I woke up to my own laughter, echoing from the hallway. My throat was raw. I hadn't laughed in days. I crept toward the sound, floorboards groaning under my bare feet. At the end of the hall, the old mirror glowed under moonlight, and my reflection kept laughing even after I stopped moving. It tilted its head slowly. I didn't. "You're late," it whispered, in my exact voice. My phone buzzed in my pocket, a text from myself sent 2 minutes ago. "Don't look behind you." My hands went cold. I turned around anyway. The hallway light flickered once, twice, then died completely. In the darkness, I heard breathing that wasn't mine, close enough to touch my neck. When the light flickered back on, standing directly behind me was another me, smiling with my mother's eyes, though my mother had been dead for 11 years. I screamed, but no sound left my throat. The thing wearing my mother's eyes stepped closer, and I noticed its feet weren't touching the floor. "Why are you scared of yourself?" it asked, tilting its head at an angle no human neck could manage. I bolted for the front door, but the hallway had grown longer. Doors I didn't recognize lined the walls, all slightly open, all breathing. Behind one, I heard my own voice as a child, crying for help. I froze. That memory wasn't real. I grew up an only child, alone, quiet. So whose voice was that? The thing behind me laughed softly. "You don't remember because I remember for you." My phone buzzed again. Another text from myself. "It's not copying you, it's the original." The floor beneath me cracked like glass, and I looked down to see my own face staring back up through the fracture, screaming silently, trapped beneath my own feet. The glass didn't shatter, it swallowed me. I fell through darkness and landed hard on cold tile, gasping back in the same hallway. But now the mirror was gone, and in its place hung a single photograph. Me, as a child, standing beside a woman who wasn't my mother. I'd never seen her before, yet something in my chest recognized her instantly. "That's who you really are," the thing said, appearing beside me without footsteps. "You've been living someone else's memories." I backed away, and my hand brushed the wall. It was warm, pulsing, like skin. The entire house was breathing. A door at the end of the hall creaked open on its own, revealing a room full of mirrors, each showing a different version of me. Older, younger, bleeding, smiling wrong. "Pick one," the thing whispered, closer now, its breath smelling like my own childhood bedroom. "Because only one of these is actually you, and you've already forgotten which." I stepped toward the mirrors, and every reflection moved a half-second before I did. One of them, the bleeding version, pressed her palm against the glass from the inside. "Don't trust the smiling one," she mouthed silently. My heart pounded as the thing circled behind me, humming a lullaby I somehow knew every word to. "That woman in the photograph," I said, forcing my voice steady. "Who is she?" The thing stopped humming. "The one you were before you decided to forget." The room tilted, and suddenly I wasn't standing in a hallway anymore. I was 5 years old, hiding under a bed, while that same woman screamed my real name, a name that wasn't the one I'd answered to my entire life. Cold hands grabbed my shoulders from behind. I spun around, and the thing's face had changed. It wasn't wearing my face anymore. It was wearing hers. "You didn't lose your memories," it said, smiling with her mouth. "I took them, and it's almost time to take the rest." I ran, but the hallway kept rearranging itself, doors becoming walls, walls becoming mirrors. "Stop running," the thing called out, still wearing her face, her voice softer now, almost sad. "You already know how this ends." I burst through a final door and froze. It was a hospital room. Machines beeped steadily. A woman lay in the bed, wires taped to her skull, eyes closed, breathing shallow. She looked exactly like me. "That's the body," the thing said, standing beside me now. "The real you has been in a coma for 3 years. I'm not the monster, sweetheart. I'm the part of your mind that kept you alive in here. Memories, identity, a whole person built from nothing so you wouldn't lose your mind. In the silence, I looked down at my hands, transparent. I could see the tile through my fingers. The hallway, the mirrors, me. We were never trying to hurt you, it whispered, finally letting go of my mother's stolen face. We were trying to wake you up, and you just did.